Hello, welcome back to another video of me rating my celebrity interactions. Now in this episode we're going to look at the time I did some work with Matchroom Boxing and I briefly met Eddie Hearn. This interaction came about when I wrote off to Matchroom Boxing asking if they would give any support by sending any boxers to the school I was working at the time. I got a message back from Daniel Bernard, who is the head media at Matchroom Boxing, saying that Matchroom would like to support schools and then have a look to see what boxers are in the area and who he could send down. About a week later, I got another email saying that Dave Allen versus Brown was headlining the O2 and would we like to come down to the show and maybe have the opportunity to interview Eddie Hearn. So obviously jumped at this opportunity. I got an email back letting us know how we'd pick up the tickets and stuff. So on the Saturday night, went down to the O2, and this was a crazy weekend because the night before I just interviewed DJ Luck from DJ Luck and MC Neat. If you go and check out the last video, you would see how that interaction went. Went down to the O2, picked up our tickets. So we walked in, didn't know where we were sitting, so we went over to one of the stewards and he said, yeah, walk down there. So we're walking down the side bit, and I'm thinking in my head, hang on, we're getting closer and closer to the ring here. Come off the side bit and then was down on the floor. Carried on walking down, went to another steward and he goes, yep, just over there. Went through, went to another steward and he was like, yeah, just here. When I looked here, I couldn't believe it because like you had the ringside area and like the VIP ringside seats. Then you had another section and then it was our section. And I thought, wow, that's crazy. We're like two sections away from the ring here. And then when we went over to our actual seat, we were like 3 seats away from the side of the aisle. So we was literally 4 feet away from the aisle where the boxers would be walking in and out. So I thought, wow, this is crazy and this is amazing. Like, these are really good seats. Done a little research online and they come in around £200 per seat, and I would be given 2 tickets. And by being given complimentary seats, I thought we'd be up in the high strands or something like that, but these were really decent seats. So anyway, I text Daniel to say that we were there, and he said, yeah, just stay where you are, Eddie knows where you are, and if you get a chance to come and see you to arrange an interview. Halfway through the night, Eddie come out, and he came over to the rail and called us over, and said, like, I know you guys are here, thanks for coming, I've obviously got to get on with the show, got some stuff to do, and we're trying to sort something out. So I thought, brilliant, great, thanks. Carried on watching the rest of the show. What an amazing evening. Got to see Conor Ben, got to see Derek Chisora. He's now my favourite boxer. And then obviously the main event, which was Dave Allen. The event finished and Dave won, and what an atmosphere, everyone cheering for the White Rhino and stuff like that. So it's about midnight now, and we get a text through from Daniel saying like Eddie's quite busy. He's got some stuff to sort out, and then obviously the press conference and things, so he's probably not going to be able to see you until about 3:30 a.m. To be honest, again, this is a muck up on my part. So I smoke. I'll be open and honest. I smoke cigarettes, and at the O2 there's a no smoking policy, as in you can't just pop in and out for a cigarette. So I wasn't aware of this until we got there. So they said, oh, you can vape on the concourse, but once you're in, you're not allowed back out. So I said, okay, where can I get a vape from? And they said, right, at the vape stand. Go to the vape stand, and the vape stand's not open. So I'm literally all night not allowed out for a single cigarette. Now, we got there at 5:30 because we didn't know what time, if any, that Eddie would be able to meet us. So we thought we'd better be there from the start all the way through, just in case the opportunity arises and he says, right, come for the interview. So after receiving this message, I just looked at the person I was with, and to be honest, we'd been there like 7 hours, and I was absolutely gagging for a cigarette. And we were knackered from the night before because we'd been at a club till 2 a.m. To get the interview with DJ Luck and MC Neat, and then we'd stayed for the set and stuff. By the time we got home, then I'd done editing and stuff like that. I literally was running on a couple of hours sleep. So I made the silly decision now to say, unfortunately, that was a bit too late, but thank you for the opportunity. Would you be able to answer my questions at a later date? So Daniel wrote back and said, look, I don't know if Eddie be able to, but if you need me to do, I would do the interview for you. So I went home and stuff like that, and then a couple of days later, arranged with Daniel, and Daniel did the interview for us. So now on to my rating. For this interaction, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. Matchroom were brilliant with the hospitality. They put us in really good seats. Like I said, it was free for us to attend. Eddie did give his time to come out and say hello. They treated us really well. Like I said, like we didn't have to queue up. The seats were amazing and stuff like that. But I didn't get the interview with Eddie on my stupid behalf, so therefore that's why that gets that rating. Well, thank you again for watching another episode in this mini-series. If you're enjoying this mini-series, please feel free to leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, a follow, whatever. And remember to stick around to last episode to find out which celebrity I did not have a great interaction with. See you in the next one.